You're listening to Faith in a Flash with Phil. You might have heard it said, good people go to heaven and bad people go to hell. But I wonder if you've ever thought, well, who is good and who is bad? If I'm walking down the street, could I pick one from the other? Or maybe it's just those people on the news doing dodgy stuff who are bad, but that's not me, so I must be good. Some of us take this relative or comparative view of good and bad, and that's understandable. You know, there are some terrible people out there in the world who have done some terrible things, and that's probably not us. But that thinking will only get us so far, because there are some big questions looming. Who gets to decide what is good and bad? And what happens when I do what I think is good, but another person thinks it's bad? Who's right? Who's wrong? Whose standard wins in the end? Yours or mine? Well, I have some good news, then bad news, then a second round of good news. The first piece of good news is that God has a standard and His standard wins. But the bad news is none of us can meet it. But here's the second round of good news. Jesus meets God's standard and He gives us His goodness, called righteousness, and He takes our badness, called sin, so that we can be forgiven. And that is how we can go to heaven. God forgives us because He puts our sin on Jesus, and Jesus pays for it. What a kind, loving, and gracious God. So it's not about good people go to heaven and bad people go to hell. The truth is that forgiven people go to heaven. None of us have met God's standard, but in Jesus we are forgiven. So, are you forgiven? I pray that right now God will show you this life-giving truth so you can step into His kingdom forever.